We continue on page 166. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avoteinu ve'imoteinu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, El Hagadol HaGibor HaNorah, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei HaKol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot V'imahot, U'mevi Geula Livnei B'neihem, Le'ma'an Shemo Yahvah, Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Ezrat Sarah. Page 168. Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechageh HaKol Atah Le'Hoshia, Mashiv HaRuach U'Morid HaGashem, Mechalkel Chaim Bechesed, Mechaye HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim Berofei Holim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayeh Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Michamocha Ba'al Givurot, Umido Melach, Melech Meimit, Umechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua. Amen. Page 170.
אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
We now continue with silent prayer. You may be seated if you wish, but we continue with the rest of the tefillah silently through page 180. And during this time of silent prayer, please use the prayers in the prayer book. We also can use all the prayers and all the wishes we have in our hearts. Shalom, page 180 at the bottom. Shalom. Huya aseh, huya aseh, huya aseh, shalom. Huya aseh, huya aseh, huya aseh, shalom. Aleinu.
2, 3, 4.
May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. We are now about to begin our service for the reading of Torah, and I want to invite Becca and Hope return to the bima, please, to help us open the ark door again. I'm sorry, you know what? Why don't you wait? Because I made a mistake before. So Jennifer Zibelman, where's Jennifer? Come on up. I should have called you earlier, and I apologize. We're just doing a little switch for no particular reason other than I missed it. But we want to invite the community to turn to page 362 in the prayer book as we begin our Torah service. And we invite the community to rise in body or in spirit as we bring forth the Sefer Torah.
In kamocha ba'Elohim Adonai, v'in k'ma'asecha, malachutecha, malachut kol alamim, u'memshaltecha b'chol dor v'hador. Adonai melech, Adonai malach, Adonai meloch leolam avoid. Adonai oz le'amo yitin, Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom.
And we turn to page 366. Okay, get close to the microphone, guys. 366 is Shema. Ready?
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Gadol Shemo. Gadlul Adonai iti, onerom ma shemo yachdav. Lecha Adonai hagedula vecha gibora vecha tiferet vecha netzach vecha od. Ki kol bashamayim u'aretz, ki kol bashamayim u'aretz. Adonai hamamlacha, v'mitnaseh lechol erosh. Adonai hagedula v'chagibora, v'ativeret v'chanetzach v'chaod. Ki kol bashamayim u'aretz, ki kol bashamayim u'aretz. Adonai hamamlacha v'minaseh lechol erosh. Al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim haolam omed. Al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim haolam omed. Al haTorah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim. Al haTorah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim. Shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim haolam omed. Al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim haolam omed. Al haTorah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim. Al haTorah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim. Al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim haolam omed. Al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim haolam omed. Al haTorah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim. Al haTorah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim. Al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim haolam omed. Al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim haolam omed.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you. This week's Torah portion is called Terumah, and it begins with the 25th chapter of the book of Exodus. And after all of the civil and criminal and the Big Ten commandments have been given to the people of Israel, now Moses and God and the people of Israel, they engage in a discussion about what does their temple look like. They're about to construct something which has a number of different names. Depending upon what source of the Torah you read, meaning if it's JEPD or the redactor or whomever, sometimes the place where they worshipped is called the little tent of meeting. Now, a little tent of meeting, for some of the people back in the days when Torah was being put together, or the concepts of Torah were coming together, a little tent of meeting was not the concept they were going for. Other people, as we read here, were going for something quite opulent and quite grand. And that's the discussion now that comes to the book of Exodus. These are the commands now that God is offering, the blueprint, if you will, for the temple. And that's what they're going for. Now, of the other names, there is this little tent of meeting, which is a very intimate kind of experience. But they're going for two different other concepts here. They're going for something called a mishkan. The word mishkan means a place of dwelling. And it is a place, I'm going to ask the fifth graders this question. So if they are building a place of dwelling, who's supposed to dwell there? Just take a wild guess. Everybody, people. Who's missing in that? That's all. Those are good answers. Who's missing yet? God. It's also a place for God because God is supposed to dwell there. That's what they believed. They believed that if they built it, God would come. If you know what I mean, right? So if you build it, God will come. And the other name that we have here in this parashah is Mikdash. And if you listen to the word Mikdash, this is for anybody. If you listen to the word Mikdash, what sort of sounds do you hear in that word that would give you a sense of the sanctity of that place? Mikdash. What does it sound like? Think about the letter soundings. Say it louder. Not mikvah, although it's the same kind of form of the word. It's the same sort of structure of the word. Kadosh, right. The word kadosh is embedded in the word mikdash, and it is a sacred place. So the Israelites were looking at a place where God was going to dwell, where people would dwell. The Levites would be there a lot, and God would dwell there as well. And the other thing about this parashah that I would offer tonight is that it says in the opening verses of this parashah that they're looking for contributions for people to give, but to make the temple. And later on, they come out with gold and silver and jewelry, and they come out with beautiful, breast pieces, and they come out with great cloths and dolphin skins and wooden, acacia wooden beams. Where did they get these things in the middle of the desert, we ask? Not the question for tonight. That's a different question. That's an anthropological question, I think. But the question really is, the only people who could give these things, and you weren't allowed to give otherwise, according to the commentators, the only people who could give these building materials are people who had good intentions. Only the people who had, it said, who had the generosity of heart. Yidbenu libo is the Hebrew terminology they use. And only someone, Yidbenu libo, would have the ability to give. But the rabbis, the commentators, take a look at that verse and they say, okay, only those who are generous at heart should give, and even they are not all qualified to give. Because you not only have to turn your heart or be a generous person, you also have to turn your total attention to the construction of the Mishkan. That's what it means when they say, the rabbis take the word vayikhu truma, take for me a contribution. The words vayikhu, take for me, have the sense of not just getting from someone, but having that someone turn their entire attention to you. Now, it's very hard for any of us in these days to give our entire attention to anything. If you're taking the LSAT, maybe that's what you do, because that's just, or the MCATs, that's what you do, because if you want to get into medical or you want to get into law school, that's what you do. But most people in the other parts of their lives, we have a lot of different interests. We're all trying to multitask every part of our life. But here in the Torah portion, the Torah is saying, when it comes to matters of building the Mishkan, of building this holy place, you have to be very single-minded and singly focused. And that's the commentators' offering. That's the commentators' take on all of that. Think back in our life, and any of us, we can think back in our lives and think how many times we were singly focused on anything. If you're planning for a wedding, that makes a person pretty singly focused. If you are taking a graduate or even an undergraduate entrance exam, you're going to be singly focused. If you're interviewing for a job, you are for sure going to be singly focused. And maybe there's a single focus. If I'm going to ask the fifth graders just really briefly one last question. Have you ever been singly focused on anything that just took all of your attention? What do you think? What? Tell me.
Whenever my class was reading like this book, The One and Only Ivan.
They were focused on this book, The One and Only Ivan. It was good, huh?
I missed the day.
Yeah.
I had to read like before class ran out.
He missed a day. Look how much he missed out. He missed a day. And you missed a bunch, right? Yeah. How about you? Yeah.
A math test.
So you were really focused on a math test once. How about you back there? State testing. I guess they do that here too, every state, yes. Food. People are singly focused on food. That's very true. A few more. Eating grapes? What? Oh, video games. Sorry. Wow. Go ahead. Testing and when he's building Legos. Very focused on building Legos. Go ahead, last one. When she's listening to music, very focused when she's listening to music. We each have those moments. So again, we get that focus a little bit from the way the Torah is written because they want us to be completely focused on the building of the Mishkan, which has to be built to precise specifications, as we see in later chapters of this parasha as well. So I would like to invite our 5th grade teachers to come up and share the honor of having the Aliyah, and I want to invite the 5th grade class to come up and stand around back here so they can see our reading of Torah. I'm going to open this up a little bit, Greg. Okay. And you have a handout. In your handout tonight is both the Hebrew and the English of tonight's Torah portion. So you can be singly focused on that too for a little while. We'll make this a microphone-less thing. Y'all can sing loud, right?
We can.
Yeah, y'all can sing loud. Okay. Okay. The brachot, by the way, I believe are on page 368. If you're looking for the text of the brachot for the Torah. Here we are. Yeah, here we go. Okay, ready? You watch, class, watch what I have to do to teachers. Ready? Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Ha'amim V'natan Lanu Et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. Vayedaber Adonai el Moshe lemor. Daber el bnei Yisrael v'ikhu li truma me'et kol ish asher yidbenu libo. Tikhu et trumati. V'zot ha-truma asher tikhu me'itam. Zahav v'chesef u'nechoshet u'techelet v'argaman v'tola'at shani v'shesh v'izim v'orot elim ma'adamim. Ve'orot techashim, ve'atzei shitim, shemen lamaor, bisamim lashamen hamishcha, uliktoret hasamim, avnei shoham ve'avnei miluim, la'efod ve'lachoshen, ve'asu li mikdash, ve'shachanti betocham, kechol asher ani mar'eh otcha et tavnit hamishkan, ואת תבנית כל כליו, וכן תעשו. ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו מלך העולם,
אשר נתן לנו תורת אמת, וחיי עולם נטע בתוכנו. ברוך אתה אדוני, נותן התורה.
Amen. Anybody want to get a closer look? Come on up before you sit down. The parrot. I don't know. I'm not sure about this one. The question was how long does a Torah stretch? So if you extended the whole Torah, I'm not sure about this one, but in my congregation in Madison, it was about one scroll unrolled about 120 feet. That's about 12 stories, a little bit less than 12 stories high a building.
Oh my, I have a question too.
Yes.
How old is this Torah?
The question is, how old are these Torah scrolls? I don't know how the age of them. Someone in the congregation may know more than I. But Arnold, I don't know if you know the age of the Torah scrolls. 150 years old. Two of our 3 Torah scrolls are from Czechoslovakia. They're Holocaust Torah scrolls that were revived and on loan here from the Memorial Scrolls Trust in London. And this is one of them, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, friends, have a seat. Thank you for being here.
It's old.
It is old.
Is that a fabric?
Pardon me?
Is that a fabric? Like that?
Oh, so the question is it fabric? It's actually parchment, which is animal skin. It's animal parchment. Thank you, Craig. Thank you.
Do you know who hand printed it?
We don't know. Someone may know, but we don't. I don't know. Right? We want to invite the community now to turn to page 371. On 371 is a prayer for healing and wholeness. Friends, we don't know how God operates in the realm of healing. We hope God is with us at all times. And we hope that God provides comfort and consolation to those families in pain. But we do know this, that when a community such as this one prays for someone who is ill, we know that when that person finds out about it, that raises their spirit, that allows them to heal more internally, and allows them to know that a community of people, a community of loving individuals, said prayers of healing for them. So I'd like to share with you in a few moments a list of people whom our community is thinking about tonight. Those people who are ill, recovering from surgery, or people with long-term and chronic or even acute illnesses. And you'll have an opportunity also, if you would like, as individuals, to add names to this list tonight of people whom we're thinking and of people for whom we are praying. So again, on page 371, we think about these people as we read these words, and we'll be singing them in a few moments. As we read these words, we think about healing and a wholeness for the following people. We think about Ahava bat Sarah, Ariel ben Miriam, Jonah Chelsea, Drina Chester, Liz Fairman, Michael Glass, John Goldman, David Hess, Jacob Adam Hess, Mary Hewlin, Donna Leibowitz, Emily Lotka, Mila Lotka, Robin Rosenblum, Lori Sellis, Barbara Tenenbaum, Catherine Wilson, and Jean Yagobian. As I finish that list, now I turn to you and see if you would like to add names to this list of people whom you're thinking of. I'm going to sort of take my arm and sweep around the community in this way, and either my hand will be in your direction or our eyes will meet, and that's your signal just to call out a name as you would like to offer it to our community.
Stephen Green.
Ruth Greenbaum, Harav Miriam Bat David Ve'anat. To those people, I would add these individuals, all those who are subject to substance abuse, all those who are subject to physical, psychological, and emotional violence, those who are subject to mental health problems, all innocents injured at a time of war, wounded service personnel serving our country, and all those whose illnesses and injuries are ones we recognize, even if others do not. Are there other thoughts of other people you'd like to add, friends? Dear God, aloud and in our hearts, we name those facing illness and pain and we join our prayers to the prayers of all who love them. We continue at the middle of page 371 in the prayer book with Misha Berach, 371.
We sing together.
Misha Berach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Le'imotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misha Berach Imotenu Mekor HaBracha Lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. A member of our Board of Trustees here at Temple Emmanuel, I'd like to invite Wendy Sosha to come and join us for some very important announcements. And I hope I didn't sound sarcastic. They are all important. But I'm also knowing that you give us such treats
Yes.
on Friday evening.
Can you scoot that way for a minute?
Can I scoot that way? Uh-oh. It's a signal that I should not sit down. That much is clear.
All right, Shabbat Shalom.
Shalom.
My name is Wendy Sosha, and I'm on the Board of Trustees. If you're also on the board with me, can you rise? And then if you guys have any questions or concerns, please find one of these fellow board members of mine and let them know. Thank you. Thank you for your service. Okay,
Amen.
so you guys know me if you've come to Shabbat service that I'd like to have fun while I do the announcements. Well, apparently I have a script now to rein me in, so, okay. Okay, but we're still gonna have fun. Let me get out my script. Okay, so the first thing that we're gonna do, you guys like to be involved with me when I do the announcements, right? So I'm gonna give a little announcement, and then I'm gonna give you a word to like remember what I said, and you're gonna repeat that word. So it's like interactive, okay? So, not this weekend, because we're at this weekend, but the next weekend, March 9th, is the Purim Carnival. There's tons of things going on, and if you want to come and get pre-order tickets, not tonight Shabbat, but like later this weekend on Sunday, you can still order pre-tickets. And we also need volunteers. So if you're coming to the carnival and your kids are playing, come help me volunteer, because I'm kind of in charge of volunteers. So help me do that too. And then all kinds of fun. So everyone say Purim. Okay, good job. Okay, now, next Friday night is also what's called First Friday Night. So there's going to be lots of fun at Temple. There's a First Friday Tot Shabbat, so bring your little tots at 5:30. There's a Rock Shabbat, so the Shabbatones will be up here playing. It'll be a lot of fun. Everyone say Rock Shabbat.
Rock Shabbat.
Okay, got that. Okay. Whew. All right, now there's a Sisterhood Mitzvah collection that's supporting ARIS Foundation, and you bring in blankets, backpacks, sleeping totes, wipes, sanitizer, new socks, not your used ones. Okay, and then there's a box in the lobby, so if you walk in the door on the right is the box. Everyone say donations.
Donation.
Perfect. Okay, last one. Whew. All right, this is the fun one. Mo is having another arcade night, And it's open to anyone, so you don't have to be a men of Emmanuel. I went last time. It was so fun. And you can play games and pinball machines. Even Rabbi went. I mean, anyone can go. You can even bring friends. What's I didn't mean to be funny. It just is. Okay. All right. Everybody can go. And guess what? There's also pizza you can get too. So everyone say arcade night.
Arcade night.
Okay, it's March 6th, Thursday night. This coming Thursday. Okay. All right. And then I was given flyers to show you guys, so here's those. Okay. Oh, thank you. There's a Purim spiel on Purim on Sunday, March 9th, and it's at 10:30 in this room, and it's going to be amazing. And I might be in it. And I might be a mushroom. Okay. No, I'm serious. I am. I think you're in it too. Okay. All right. 10:30 in here. Everyone say Purim spiel.
Purim spiel.
All right. That's on the
Another
flyer.
Purim spiel. The second Purim spiel on the 14th.
Okay. The second one that's later on. We'll get to that next
Okay,
week.
no.
Okay.
Forget what I
Tomorrow night is also a night for Prism of Pride, and they're having a kind of a get together here at Temple, and I pulled it up so that we know when it is. Oh, now I don't know when it's. I think it's at 6:30. 6:30 here at Temple. So if you'd like to join us, we can. Is it a conversation? Oh, okay. Rabbi's on that one. Okay. All right. Everyone say fun.
Fun.
Okay. And then also please join me and the 6th graders that helped put on the oneg tonight. And there might be a little celebration for somebody that had a birthday this week. Maybe. So please join us at the oneg after. Thank you. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
You're welcome.
So just to give my own personal mention for tomorrow evening, Prism of Pride is our Temple Emmanuel group of LGBTQ individuals and those who are LGBTQ adjacent. Tomorrow evening, it's really a private meeting for Temple Emmanuel members who are members of the LGBTQ community, their partners and their loved ones. And also, if you are a partner or a loved one of some other LGBTQ person not living in this community, that meeting is for you as well. There have been resolutions and been proposals in our national life that are going to be putting, if enacted, will be putting great strain and has already put great emotional strain on members of the LGBTQ community. And so tomorrow evening, we're going to be doing some support. We're going to be doing some brainstorming, and perhaps we'll be doing Havdalah as well. But more importantly, just being together as a member and members of our community at this very difficult time for our loved ones as part of the community. So we look forward to being with you, and if you would like to make a reservation, please do. It starts here at 6:30 tomorrow evening, and we'll be here in the building early if you get here a little bit early as well. I need some people to help dress the Torah. I see a lot of volunteers. So we're going to put the Torah away, continue our worship tonight. We're on page 370, and then we'll segue into page 374. We invite the community to rise in body or in spirit as we lift the Sefer Torah, dress it, return it to the ark. Okay. This is yours. Very important job. First, hold that under your arm, and when I sit down, you're going to turn the Torah tight with me. I'm going to hold it from the bottom. You hold it from the top. Okay? Got it?
וזאת התורה אשר שם משה לפני בני ישראל על פי אדוני ביד משה. וזאת התורה אשר שם משה לפני בני ישראל על פי אדוני ביד משה. Moshe. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la.
I'd like to invite Emily and Dan Schwartz to join us to help us by opening the ark, and our service will continue. We'll be on page 374 now. Thank you.
Shalom, 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 shalom. It is a tree of life to them that hold fast to it, and all its supporters are happy. It is a tree of life to them that hold fast to it, all its supporters are happy. Shalom, 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 shalom.
And now we're on page 586 for Aleinu, page 586.
Aleinu
לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. Page 591. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד. Oh, that was beautiful. Please be seated. We invite the community to turn in the prayer book to page 598 as we prepare to remember those who are no longer part of our physical world, but will always be part of our memory and our love. Our thoughts now turn to those individuals who have gone from this world, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people whose graves are unmarked, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, we meditate on our own, or even as a community, on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. Tonight, we remember people who passed away in the last 30 days, or whose deaths we found out about in the last 30 days. People whose Jahrzeiten occur at this time, and other loved ones. If you are here tonight observing a Jahrzeit or remembering someone because you're in mourning, we invite you to rise as the name of your loved one is recited, and then you'll be joined by the whole community as we offer the mourner's Kaddish. And if you are a visitor or a first-time worshiper here with us, and your loved one's name is not on our list, you'll have an opportunity, if you would like, to add the name of your loved one later on in a few moments. These are those whom we've taken into our hearts with our own. We are thinking about these individuals who were repatriated, whose remains were repatriated back to Israel. Ariel Bibas, Kfir Bibas, Shira Bibas, Oded Lifshitz, an unknown Gazan woman who is being used as a pawn in someone's game. Tzachi Idan, Ohad Yahalomi, Itzik Elgarat, and Shlomo Mansour. We also think about Cordell Green, the brother-in-law of Stephen Oakes, who passed away within the last 30 days as well. These are the Yahrzeit that we observe at Temple Emmanuel at this time in continuing dedication to their memories. Roy Abb, Benjamin Barkus, Virginia Brown, Greg Chin, Francis Christopher, Daniel Gordon, Tyra Ann Gray, Alan Gura, Molly Heckler, Penny Kessler, Ronald Coleman, Elaine Kramer, Ernest Lander, Emmanuel Leeds, Avram Mendelson, Milton Newman, Pearl Ostro, William Salson, Cindy Scheck, William Schubert, Sidney Shapiro, Ann Shapiro, Joan Scheinberg, Louis Seifer, Phyllis Tversky, Ruth Wagner Chasen, Martha Flom, Burton Gorbach, Daniel Gurian, Alexander Wolf Karp, Sherry Schaefer, Irene Snare, Ruth Zatz. There may be other members of this community tonight who are remembering people who were not on our Kaddish list. And if you would like to add a name of your loved one to this list, I invite you to do so now. Other names we should be remembering tonight, friends? Then now, as a community of consolation and comfort, I now invite the community to turn to page 598 and to rise in body or in spirit as we offer these words of the Kaddish, keeping God close and keeping one another closer in our hearts and our minds. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rava, be'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'vyomechon, u'v'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'vizman kariv v'imru, amen. Yehei shmei Rabba mevarach le'alam u'lalmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach, v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yithalal, shmei d'kudsha b'rihu. Le'ela min kol bir chata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru, amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. May God send peace to all who mourn and comfort to those who are bereaved, and we say amen. Amen. Please be seated. My friends, our service is about to conclude, but we don't do that until we've thanked God not only for the brilliance of our 5th grade class, who I'm so appreciative we're here tonight, but also for the day of Shabbat that is so important to us. And we do that by saying Kiddush and Motzi, which the 5th grade class is going to help with. So I'm going to invite the 5th grade class to come on up. This is white grape juice, everybody, so but still don't spill it. Oh, there you want to do it, over there. Okay. They're bashful to use the microphone. It's okay. So here we have grape juice for everybody. Let me come over there then. Please take. And for the congregation, the Kiddush is on page 604 at the bottom of the page. And mostly when we get there will be page 606. This is grape juice. Don't drink it all in one place.
I'm scared.
Who needs a cup? Wait, the whole other side. I think we poured the adequate number of cups. Let me through. Here we go.
Oh, I got the big one.
Okay. All right. Let me walk over there. Guys. Okay. Here we go. Okay. And on page 604, the class is going to lead us all in Kiddush on this night. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, haborei peri hagafen. L'chaim. December. Good. And now the motzi is on page 606 at the top. Hold it up high. Oops. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'te'avon. Now, I want to invite the community now, because the 5th grade isn't done. I know you think this is the very end of the service. There's one more thing to do. The 5th grade is going to lead us in a song which you have on the handouts tonight. It's on what would have been page 4 if they were numbered, because they are learning a lot about Jewish identity and where they came from. So they're going to offer this song, Wherever You Go, by Larry Milder.
Will you have everybody go sit down at the oneg before they get food?
I can do that. And I have a note from a word from the management before we sing, friends. We've been asked that when we go to the Oneg Shabbat, we should all sit down first, and we'll all get food a little bit later. It won't be that long, but everyone have a seat in the social hall. Something's happening, and then you'll be invited to the buffet later on. Okay. And so on your song sheets, how are we doing this? I'll let you.
Ready? And 1, 2,
You know what
2,
to do.
3, 4.
Wherever you go, there's always someone Jewish. You're never alone when they say you're a Jew. So when you're not home and you're somewhere kind of newish, the odds are don't look far, 'cause they're Jewish too. Tents, and some live in pagodas, and some Jews pay rent, 'cause the city's not free. Some Jews live on farms in the hills of Minnesota, and some Jews wear no shoes and sleep by the sea. Amsterdam, Disneyland, Tel Aviv. Oh, they're miles apart. But when we light the candles on Sabbath Eve, we share in the prayer in each one of our hearts. Some Jews wear hats, and some Jews wear sombreros, and some wear keffiyehs to keep out the sun. Some Jews live on rice, and some live on potatoes, or waffles, falafels, or hamburger buns. Amsterdam, Disneyland, Tel Aviv. oh, they're miles apart. But when we light the candles on Sabbath Eve, we share in the prayer in each one of our hearts. Wherever you go, there's always someone Jewish. You're never alone when they say you're a Jew. So when you're not home and you're somewhere kind of newish, the odds are don't look far, 'cause they're Jewish too. The odds are don't look far, 'cause they're Jewish too. The odds are don't look far, 'cause they're Jewish too.
Can we hear it for the 5th grade? Yasher Koach.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody, friends. Please join us in the social hall.
Oi.